I don't even know how to say this, but the Xbox layoffs have been absolutely fantastic. What, did you honestly think I'm gonna say anything else? Anyone who says that this is not the best thing that has happened to the games industry in the last 5 years is some kind of, woke, useless opinion garbager. Okay, that's the reality. If you don't think that this is good, then you have not been paying attention to the industry, sunshine. Get on the train or get off. It's that simple. Everyone who cares about gaming, you should be happy this is happening. You should be thankful the Grim Reaper Asha Sharma is bringing the sight down. My god, is the destruction good. And this video is about a simple topic. The bloodbath that is gonna happen at Blizzard, it is gonna be undescribable. We know that 3,200 roughly people were gonna get yeeted and deleted off of Xbox because they're not even worth their price in shit per pound. Okay, that's how useless those people are. And we already know roughly half or a little bit more of everyone who got deleted. And the rest are for Blizzard. Because this video is about Blizzard Entertainment. A lot of people know that Blizzard's not doing well. You have no idea, sunshine, how bad Blizzard actually is performing. If you know a couple of things about what's happening actually in the World of Warcraft community, with the numbers that they're potentially showing us, they're mostly hiding, by the way, you have no idea how bad things really are. Blizzard is gonna get a reckoning. It should at least get the biggest reckoning we have seen in industry in a long time. Because Blizzard already had a reckoning. They fired a bunch of people, and needless to say, that did not work out. And I am here just to explain to you how bad things truly are at Blizzard. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and relax. There's actually not a lot to say, but a lot of this information is hidden and you need to follow along to actually even know it. But it's very simple, trust me. You're probably gonna be surprised, honestly, how bad things really are if you know what's happening. In any case, Blizzard currently has approximately 6,000 employees. That's already after the firing that happened in the previous years, and this number is far too large for whatever they're doing. I would like to remind everyone that Diablo 4, the first Diablo that we have some magically how, had more than 15,000 people working on it. That's right, 15,000 people worked to make Diablo 4. Needless to say, that is wild insane. Now, granted, that did make Blizzard money, but this was supposed to be a cash cow for a long time. But more about that when we start. We have Diablo, we have Overwatch to go over, and then the King of Kings, World of Warcraft. By the way, World of Warcraft is the worst situation. So, let's begin. Blizzard President John Faris informed employees that Microsoft will soon share future plans regarding the studio. Faris described the past few days as difficult for many Xbox employees. She thanked the Blizzard team for their work on key projects and player supporting. Well, what do you mean player support? There's no GMs anymore. You're literally talking to a chatbot that probably supports P Diddy. I'm sorry, the island dude. P Diddy would be a step up in this case. You're urging colleagues to help each other during the challenging period. Classic Blizzard. You're gonna get fired. I hope everyone helps each other while you're getting fired. Beautiful, beautiful. Give us that energy, girl. Slay even harder, honestly. I have also no idea who she is. But anyway, that's pretty much it. No one knows what's gonna happen to Blizzard, but even Blizzard themselves know that they're gonna get fucking destroyed. I mean, they're really cooked. And now let's get into the fun stuff, the big one. This was just a prelude, you see, structuring, which I'm horrible at, but still. This is going to be the last one. Let's start with something simple, right? Overwatch. Let me tell you how disastrous Overwatch is. Ignoring the fact that it literally somehow fucking has a 31% positive review on Steam. We're talking about Overwatch, the game that was one of the most massive esports and literally asked millions from teams to just join the competitive roster. That shit was supposed to be bigger than fucking football at one point. Well, that's a lie, but it had extreme potential. It had such unbelievable potential for esports that we have never seen anything even close to that, honestly. And it completely got destroyed by the developers' inability. And this is before, by the way, Blizzard completely decided, you know what, we're going woke. Because one of the biggest Overwatch problems is obviously the fact that it is just an abysmal fucking woke mess. The honor scandal, the fact that they're literally bending the knee to voice actors, the fact that they make stuff like this and, you know, other examples that are also granted, it is a shame because Overwatch is kind of a fun game and a lot of people like it. This new peak of 165,000 players was when Overwatch decided, hey, we're not gonna introduce non-binary giant dildo wielding. Actually, I'm sorry. I should check. I should get the picture. Overwatch non-binary hero. You know the one that we're talking about. Oh, that's a skin, I guess. Wait, I'll get it real quick. Don't you worry. But you know, in any case, I guess this is the one. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen so you can also see it. Here it is. This one literally got a purple dildo skin, by the way. It is insane. Okay, they literally at this point yeeted and deleted all of that shit and literally just put in buff dudes and hot chicks once again. And look at how that worked out for them. Instantaneously success. And yes, this is the lowest part of the failures, okay? This is still a massive failure because the decline of Overwatch is legendary, but again, we're just starting off here. I know, being a literal $1 billion esports now being barely relevant and squashed by an average day on Marvel Rivals is a pretty big fall, but we can do worse than that, don't you worry. Diablo 4, my personal fucking hell, okay? I am a massive Diablo fan. It's easily one of my all-time favorite games ever. If not the favorite. That's probably New Vegas, but you know, Diablo and New Vegas are interchangeable almost in my opinion. Diablo 4 has never been good since its inception, and its inception has now been literally 3 years almost. There has not been a single point where Diablo has been even nearly a good game. Currently, Diablo 4 is kind of perceived as a good game by the people who are playing it, and that's because I don't even care to make negative videos about it. I am done. The game is fundamentally dead and never recovering. And that is the opinion of most people. Diablo 4 had massive sales, but the point of Diablo 4 was effectively a giant microtransaction trap to sell you every season, every whatever, some kind of microtransaction and game and battle passes. And that's not happening. There are no people playing Diablo. From these people currently playing the game, I would assume if 80% are bots, because the chase items in this game are so RNG and dumb that literally an actual best in slot item can go for literally thousands of dollars. So pretty much at this point, the only people who are left in Diablo are either people who have literally nothing else to play or will love the game to an unreasonable degree, or it's bots. Diablo 4 is effectively dead and has been for at least 2 years at this point. And now the coup de grace. We already knew how bad these two are, right? But World of Warcraft is a fucking different level of disaster. I'm serious. The World of Warcraft situation is by far the most devastating. So we know that World of Warcraft has officially kind of stopped showing any player data for a long time. I think this is either the official graph or the Bellier made one that actually is supposed to represent subscription numbers. They're both equally good enough for what I'm about to tell you. So if this is the wrong graph, it doesn't matter. I think this is the official graph because Blizzard touted Season of Discovery as a success, and that was 7 million players. Okay, World of Warcraft is pretty much dead. Yes, its glory points are completely gone. Subscription numbers are the most insane thing that you have ever seen because let me tell you a secret about World of Warcraft subscription numbers that you cannot actually understand if you're not playing the game, okay? So, Season of Discovery was 7 million subscriptions, let's assume. Season of Discovery is long gone. Dragonflight was a disaster. Shadowlands pretty much kind of killed the game almost. And obviously, Classic and Season of Discovery were the big moments. Currently, there's only Classic Plus that's gonna come out. The Wrath Within is the VOD Within is a giant meme. Midnight is universally hated by almost everyone except women who are making slut mogs currently. Yes, that's a thing. Go look at Twitter. That's pretty much the only thing that women are posting about the game. It's actually pretty crazy. I assume currently World of Warcraft is at its lowest subscription count ever. And the situation without that assumption is even actually worse. Because you see, in classic Lich King, you could buy a Vault token. In the current version of classic Mists of Pandaria, you can buy a token. In the current retail version of the game, you can buy a token. And as someone who recently played World of Warcraft retail, it is ridiculously easy. Every single person who is currently an active subscriber is most likely not actually a payer unless you're playing Season of Discovery or classic Burning Crusade at this point. You are only paying for that. Everyone else is fucking buying tokens for gold because it's that easy. I spent 2 to 4 weeks playing retail. In that time, just by AFK doing professions, I got something like 2 or 3 months of free game time. I think I have enough gold for another one. Didn't even try. Zero gathering, zero anything, just cooldowns. Just cooldowns from professions, and I got literally 2 or 3 game tokens. And if you think that is absolutely unbelievable and insane, do you know what's happening in Wrath of the Lich King? What happened, and I'm assuming now is happening in Mists of Pandaria? Because GDKPs are still a thing. The people that I played with, some of them actually played Wrath of the Lich King for real, and they got into not the highest end of GDKPs, but they got into above average GDKPs. And let me tell you how absolutely free the game becomes if you join a classic GDKP. What is your guess? How many tokens, yes, I'm talking how many, more than one token, do you think you can buy from an average Wrath of the Lich King high tier GDKP? If you're lucky, 10. That's right. You can go into one high tier GDKP in Lich King, and you can literally get enough gold split to pay for 10 months of WoW subscription. That is how bad the situation is. Every single player, by the way, who I personally played with and knew that they were playing Wrath of the Lich King, they are all still playing for fucking free. They're all still playing for free. A lot of people, everyone who plays anything beyond Classic or Classic Burning Crusade, and it has a WoW token, they are all, without question, pretty much playing for free because it's that achievable. If you even remotely try to AFK make gold, you're gonna be buying those subscriptions for free. So whatever the fuck the numbers are now, which is definitely worse than Season of Discovery because the current retail expansion sucks, it's all even worse because a lot of these people are not paying for the subscriptions. They're not paying for it. They're free. They're for gold. It is insanity. The situation at Blizzard is beyond saving. Like World of Warcraft is just also pretty much gone. Diablo is gone. Overwatch technically, I guess, can be saved because again, you just need to introduce characters that don't look like absolute, and you're fine. You're fine. World of Warcraft, can it even be saved at this point? I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, that's it. The Blizzard culling is gonna be the biggest anyone has ever seen, and it's gonna be beautiful. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.